won't hold back from supporting capable partners in opportunistic attacks against ISIL or conducting such missions directly, whether by strikes from the air or direct action on the ground.
Defense Secretary Ash Carter laying out a new proposed strategy to defeat ISIS, which could include moving American troops closer to the front lines. Carter says the new plan would include additional raids on ISIS targets, intensifying airstrikes, and more support for forces fighting the terror group. New Joint Chiefs Chairman Joseph Dunford also adding he would recommend embedding U.S. troops with Iraqi forces if that would improve the chances of taking out ISIS. The suggestion skirts close to putting boots on the ground, something President Obama has vowed not to do. So what do you think about this, Leif? Is this a strategy that, based on your experience and your knowledge of this region, do you think this would work?
Well, let me just say that our combat troops are ready to go and execute against this enemy, and they're ready to execute operations.
Are we using them the best that we can be?
And my answer is no. I think from a strategic perspective, they understand that the enemy we're fighting, and by the way, ISIS is not a new thing. I mean, the Al-Qaeda in Iraq called themselves the Islamic State of Iraq as early as April 2007. So I mean, they've just simply changed their name, and of course they've gained much more power and influence now. But we actually we need a strategy that's going to go in and actually do some serious damage to these guys.
Leif, can I say something? So Obama doesn't want to put boots on the ground. I just read an article that said that 75% of the sorties, or the air missions that are attacking ISIS, come back to the base without even having fired anything, because the rules of engagement, the constraints that the Obama administration has put on the rules of engagement are such that they can't shoot, they can't do their job. How are we going to win if we're sending air missions because he doesn't want boots on the ground, but our commanders aren't allowed to do what they want to do? How are we going to win?
Well, I think when you hear people talk about, like, we eventually have to defeat ISIS, which is something our former chairman of the Joint Chiefs said, General Dempsey, a while back. I mean, we're putting this off, until later. And so, I think, U.S. troops understand that this enemy is as evil an enemy as America has ever faced in our long history. And so, we have to do something about them now, because they're going to come and attack us here. And so it's just a matter of time. And so we already have boots on the ground. I mean, that's just the semantics, that's this political speak to try to say we don't. I mean, there are guys that are there.
We've got like 3,000 people.
They're in Iraq. They're in country training troops, and they want to go out and be able to execute these missions. The issue is Ramadi now is one of the 3 R's that the Secretary of Defense talked about is now become important, which the administration was saying was not important even just a few months ago. But when you read about the city of Ramadi falling, and that's where I fought, that's where my combat experience came from, and when you read about that it was 300 to 400 ISIS fighters. I mean, we could have prevented that from happening with just a few hundred U.S. troops.
Wow. Harris, does this change by the administration and this announcement by Ash Carter, does it show just how concerned the administration is about the situation over there after painting somewhat rosy picture for quite some time about our progress there?
Well, I think what it shows, though, is that, I mean, and we knew this about Dunford. We knew that there would be a change in tone because the leadership is changing now. It may show that the administration is forced to listen to his generals because we haven't handled this very well. And so Dunford's going to come in with a different type of a message anyway. But I will say this, in terms of how vicious and evil these guys are. Look, bloodshed all over the world. But just yesterday, they were putting people and tying them up to the columns in Palmyra in Syria, which is that ancient city, and blowing up the columns. They're trying to make a world statement on just how vicious and bloodthirsty and evil they can be. How do we answer that?
Well, their motto is remaining and expanding. And so the fact that they've established this, what they call a caliphate, that they control real estate, it's important. And all of the hard fighting in Iraq that was done was by U.S. forces. And we're going to have to put some guys in there to actually hand them some big strategic setbacks, and then we can allow the local people to take over.
The victories that we've seen under this administration, Leif, they've been few. I mean, we saw the Somali pirate rescue. We saw the bin Laden capture. That's because of the U.S. Navy SEALs. And it appears to me the only real plan the president has, drones, number one, and two, the U.S. Navy SEALs. It troubles me that now he wants to act and change course, and I fear that he's doing this for political reasons, just like leaving troops in Afghanistan. When leaders make decisions based on politics and not on real strategy, I mean, he basically said the DOD didn't have a strategy how to defeat ISIS. What happens? And how do the troops feel, besides just being ready to go? How do they really feel behind the scenes?
Well, I think they're frustrated. They're absolutely frustrated because they understand the threat and what this means if we allow it to metastasize and grow. And so they want to go. They want to go make a difference. I mean, the good news is, as Harris said, we're we do have a change in leadership. I think General Dunford is certainly a change for the better. And we also have a guy on the ground, Lieutenant General Sean McFarland, who was the commander of the forces of the Ready 1st Brigade, 1st Armored Division in Ramadi that our SEALs fought along with. And those soldiers and Marines are the ones that actually won a victory when no one thought it was possible in the city of Ramadi back in 2006.
Great to get your perspective on that, Leif. Thank you. President Obama addressing America's top law enforcement officers in an attempt to bridge the divide between police and some communities rocked by anti-cop protests. What the president had to say and how his message was received. Plus, new fallout stemming from Hillary Clinton saying the problems at the VA, where veterans died waiting for care, were overblown. How she's changed her tune now, and will it have any lasting damage on her campaign?